Hi, my name is Brandon Young, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use the Clubhouse app. So we're going to first start off by navigating through the app, and then we will talk about the rooms and how the roles of the rooms actually work. Let's not waste any more time, let's get right into it. Now, number one is, how do you join Clubhouse? Now, number one is through personal invitation. So when you join Clubhouse, everybody is given one invitation that they can personally send through a phone number, text message, email, and when they do that, they are able to send it to maybe a friend or somebody that they want on the platform with them. Now, the second way is through an exclusive side door. I talk more about this in one of my other videos, so be sure to go ahead and check that out. Now, usually when you try to visit the Clubhouse app, it will give you the option to download it from the App Store. And depending on how many friends you actually have on the app, they may get a notification that says that you have been waitlisted, and if they want to let you come into the app as basically an exclusive side door. When this happens, they usually don't need an invite to actually bring you in, so this is why I call it an exclusive side door. Now we're gonna talk about how to set up your Clubhouse profile. Now, as you know, like other social media apps, it allows you to tell a little bit about yourself and drop some of those Instagram handles and Twitter handles. Now, some tips for this portion is you wanna make sure that you're showing your face, it's smiling, and you wanna have nice bright colors that contrast between you and yourself and the background, so it makes you pop and stand out a little bit. Now, in order to change your photo, on the top right corner or one of those corners, there will be a picture or a place where a picture is supposed to be. All you have to do is click on that, and then it will give you the option to upload one of your photos. Now, Clubhouse actually gives you the option to put a bio, but what I like about it is it gives you the option to put a complete bio. So these bios run very long, and compared to other social media apps, you can fill it out with a lot of information, which is awesome. Now, the way you do this is under your photo, there will be an option to add text. So all you have to do is click on that. And once you click on it, there will be a text editor that pops up, which will allow you to put any text, any bios, or any type of interest. So kind of tell your story, tell why you're on the app, who you're trying to connect with, what are your interests, what are you specifically trying to teach somebody, so people can get a better understanding of who you are and what you talk about, so you can connect with like-minded people. Now, you also have the option to add your Instagram profile on there as well, and the way that you do that is you want to go all the way to your Clubhouse profile on the right, specifically where you went ahead and put your bio in, and you want to scroll all the way to the bottom. Once you scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see a logo that has the Instagram symbol, which will allow you to go ahead and connect your Instagram, as well as you will see a logo for the Twitter, which you can do the same thing. Now, what exactly is the Clubhouse Hallway? Now, the Clubhouse Hallway is basically their name for the main feed. And this is where you'll find any ongoing or active chat rooms, as well as you can see some of the scheduled chat rooms that are coming up. And based off your interests, you'll see some of the chat rooms appear there as well. Now, any clubs that you're a part of, as well as any scheduled meetings that you have come up, they're going to be at the top, which is called Top of the Hallway. Now, on the very, very top, there is the main menu, and here is where you can go and search for members. You can invite members, as well as receive notifications, as well as schedule meetings or see which meetings are coming up, as well as review and edit any of your preferences and settings for the Clubhouse app. Now, how do I find somebody on the Clubhouse app? Now, on the very top, on the main menu, on the left-hand side, you will see an option that has a plus sign. Once you hit that plus sign, it will give you the option to search people by name, username, full name, or handle. Now, how do I send Clubhouse app invites? Now, in order to send out invitations, you will hit on the envelope that has a yellow star on the top. It would usually be the second option to the left on the top of the main menu, and when you click on that, on the very top, you have the option to see how many invitations that you have left, as well as it will display any of the contacts in your phone that you may want to send a invitation to. Now, how do I schedule rooms for myself. Now in the main menu, you will see an option that looks kind of like a calendar icon. There you can click on it. You will be able to see any scheduled meetings that you have coming up, as well as you will be able to schedule a meeting straight from that exact option. You also have the option to have anybody that is in your circle that you're following and they're following you back to add them to that specific event. Now, how can I view my Clubhouse app notifications? Now on the main menu, you will see an option that looks like a bell, which is the notification bell. When you tap on that notification bell, you will see actions related to your friends and any clubs that you're a part of. Maybe somebody who has recently followed you, maybe somebody has pinged you to be in the exact meeting that they are in, as well as someone that you are following or a club that maybe has something scheduled that is coming up in a few minutes or is playing at the moment. All right, now we spoke about navigating through the rooms. Now we're going to talk about what are the rooms exactly and what are the different roles in the exact rooms. Now, what are Clubhouse app rooms and how do you use them? Clubhouse rooms are exactly where the magic happens. Going through the hallway, you can see exactly what is going on in the app, who's in what room, who's doing what, etc., etc. Now, when you're scrolling down through the screen, you will see a list of different clubs that are going on. That is what we call the hallway. And specifically, all of these rooms are public, so you can feel free to jump in and out of them as you please, but they are public. You also do have the option to start your own private room with any of your friends, and the way you can do that is by simply going ahead and swiping left on the hallway. You will be able to see who's online at the moment, who you're able to connect with, and you can simply click on their name and start a private chat with them, as well as you can see what they're up to, what rooms that they're in, and if you want to join that room, you could just click on it and click on their information and join that room as well. Now, what is a Clubhouse App Listener? So when you specifically jump into a Clubhouse meeting, you jump in as what is called a Clubhouse App Listener. So when you do this, you have no option to mute your microphone because you're completely muted. So you don't have the option to talk. So you have to specifically stay there, listen to whatever is going on. And what's good about this is you can leave it on. It's one of those apps where you can multitask, you can close it and minimize it and do other things on your phone without losing the audio, but you don't have to run that risk of somebody hearing what you're saying, because you're completely muted and no one can hear you. Now, while you're an app listener, you can go ahead, click on the different people that are talking. You can see their bios, see what they talk about, and go ahead and follow them on Clubhouse, or maybe check their bios, see if they have an Instagram. If you like what they're talking about and you want to connect on Instagram or Twitter, go ahead and follow them on Instagram and Twitter. Now, what is a Clubhouse speaker? Now, when you are brought up to the stage as a speaker, now you have the option to mute and unmute your microphone. As a courtesy, you want to make sure that you are muting your microphone when other people are speaking, so there isn't any background noise and everybody can hear the clear, concise information that is coming out your mouth or the other speaker's mouth. You just want to have a sense of just being compassionate and having the understanding that if somebody is speaking, you don't want any background noise and stuff playing. One tip that I will say is you want to kind of wait maybe 4 to 5 seconds after you finish speaking, just so if somebody wants to rebuttal and say something else, that you're not cutting them off. Maybe you're taking a breath to speak and they may not know if you're done speaking, so you want to just completely be quiet for like 5 to 10 seconds to just make sure that everybody has grasped your idea and they understand that you're finished speaking, so that the next person can speak. Now, what is a Clubhouse App Moderator? Now, there is 2 ways that you can become a Clubhouse moderator. The first thing is, if you open up a new room, you automatically become a moderator of that room. You have the option to change people's role inside that room. The second way that you can become a moderator is if you join a room, the moderator in that room has the option to actually promote you from maybe a speaker or a regular person that is just a Clubhouse app listener to a moderator that gives you the option to do those types of things. Now, as a moderator, you have the option to do a variety of things. You can turn off people's ability to raise their hands or not. You have the ability to invite people up to the stage to speak. That's awesome. Next thing is you get to accept requests from audience to speak, as well as you get to promote other speakers to become moderators, as well as you can mute speakers and you can send other speakers back to the audience. Now, I know we just spoke a little bit about the roles and we spoke about stages, but what exactly is a Clubhouse stage? Now, when you join a Clubhouse meeting, when you first enter a room, one of the first thing that you will see is the room owner, moderators, speakers organized near the top of the meeting. And this area is referred to as the stage of the room. And every speaker in that room shares the stage and they can take turns speaking. It's kind of similar to maybe a play where you have the main characters, the people that are displaying the information or doing the performance, they're on the stage doing that performance, and then you may have some of the people on the side that are watching the performance, which would be the Clubhouse app listeners, and you have some of the other people, but it's kind of get the concept. Now, just below the active speakers, you have a section that is called followed by the speakers. Now, this highlights more of the members that are particularly at the front. These are people that may have already interacted with some of the speakers and already had started building relationships. And then below that are just the regular common folk, just the regular audience, people that are just tuning in and they're just listening. All right, so one particular thing that I want to talk about is PTR. You may hear this option in some of the meetings, and that is called PTR, which means poll to refresh. Because Clubhouse was designed to be drop-in audio, people come and go, and sometimes the people that are in the actual meeting aren't like regularly updated without you pulling to refresh. So sometimes you have to pull to refresh. Maybe the speaker wants to convey a new picture. They may have updated something and it doesn't specifically reflect right there, so you have to pull to refresh the page, and then that's when you get the newest information. Maybe new people were added that you didn't see before, or maybe a picture was updated that you didn't see before, so once you pull to refresh, that will be updated. What are Clubhouse app clubs and how do we specifically use them? Now, Clubhouse app clubs were created to create a community on this specific platform. Rooms started, usually they tend to be private and intimate, and usually for just the community members, so you usually have to be pulled in, you usually have to sign up for these specific clubs. And usually with these app clubs, there are 4 different types of roles. So the first role is a founder. This specifically is the club owner. They have the ability to edit the description of the club as well as to edit the rules. They have the ability to invite members without any approval process or anything like that. Next role is we have the admin. The admin is usually appointed by the founder, and the founder usually gives the admin the right to accept people on his behalf, so the founder doesn't have to work so hard. The next role that we have are the members, an approved participant within the club. So a member can create private rooms for the club, but not public rooms. And they can nominate other Clubhouse members to join the club. And then lastly, we have a follower, and they are not an official member of the club. The follower can follow public club invites, and they cannot create rooms for the club. So they'll be notified whenever a member or admin of the club schedules a public room. Man, that was a lot of information. But hopefully that information allows you to navigate through Clubhouse with ease and help you to understand what it takes to build your network on there, as well as get some pretty good conversations and meet some pretty great people. If you found this video helpful, be sure to go and leave a like and go subscribe to the channel. I'm Brandon Young. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.